You've heard the saying, put yourself in someone else's shoes. On Happy Hour with Julz, we're going to be doing exactly that. I'm starting this podcast to help bring a community of self-made people together. I'll be bringing on a variety of guests that may vary from business owners to people who have a lot of experience in their field of work, to people who are simply passionate in what they do and have this game in which we call life figured out. I'm exploring the brains of others to help open up our minds. That way we can get ourselves one step ahead and give ourselves new possibilities for the future. There are many secrets to life, and on this podcast we'll be unlocking them one interview at a time. So without further ado, let the happy hour begin. What up, guys? I'm Julian. I'm going to be your host for Happy Hour with Julz. My first episode, I'm bringing in Benjamin Pena, a cantina owner. He is the owner of Suerte Bar and Grill, and I'll let him go ahead and introduce himself.
Hello, guys. I'm Benjamin Pena, one of the owners from Suerte Bar and Grill and its sister bars. Here we are with Julian with his first episode. Let's see what we got.
Right, so I'm going to go ahead and pick Benjamin's mind. So you do own Suerte. That's the bars. Are there any other sister bars? Or?
Yeah, well, we have several bars. We are the main bar. Our main one is Suerte Bar and Grill. We have two of them, two locations. One on Nolana and 400 West Nolana, and the other one is 301 South 17th Street in the Entertainment District in McAllen. Sister bars to it would be Thirsty Monkey. Actually, Thirsty Monkey was our very first bar that we, opened, and we had it for a good while, and then we opened up Suerte, and then we went off to open up at Sister Bar Tres, which is our third bar that we didn't know what to name, but we named it Tres.
Tres.
So we couldn't figure out a name for our third bar. And then after that one, we did Love Buzz, which is our all pink bar right there on 17th Street. If you are looking for some girly girl time out, something to do with the girls, well, that's one of the bars that you can go. And guys, if you're looking for girls, then where the girls are at, because it's an all pink bar. When I say pink, I mean pink. Yeah, up to the guys' restroom is pink. Everything's pink there. So after that one, we did... we went ahead and did, I'm not sure if it was Parlor Room that opened up first or Chubby Pickle, but I think it was Parlor Room and then Chubby Pickle right after. We did have at one time Chubby Pickle and Holy Roller. It was two different bars set right next to each other with the same, they were sharing the same license and everything, because there was a passageway that would take you from one to the other.
Okay.
But the Valley was not ready for the Holy Roller. Man,
what was up with the Holy Roller?
It was a church themed bar,
Okay.
Holy Roller. I mean, it was one of those bars that you went in there and we had a confession thing, where you can go and kneel down. A lot of people took pictures. A lot of people understood by it, but then you would have those people that will walk in, cover their face, because right behind the bar we had a big cross of Jesus, right?
Yeah.
So they would walk in and cover themselves because I guess they didn't want Jesus to look at them drinking or something. I don't know. But then they would walk right over and have a big old picture with our big golden, can I say it?
Yeah, go ahead and say it.
Cock. We have a big 9-foot cock,
Chubby Pickle.
Yes, a Chubby Pickle.
Okay.
And that's our Chubby Pickle,
Right.
So
Makes
so it
sense.
makes sense. So when it would mind-boggling because they would go in there, cover themselves on like oh my God, but then again there's their Facebook, Instagram, and all those social medias, not writing it, but just taking pictures, just hugging it, and all that,
Party on Saturday, church on Sunday.
yes, kind of deal.
All right.
And then after that we opened up. It was Parlor Room, Chubby Pickle, Holy Roller. What am I missing? Electric Garden right across the street. And that's where you can go and play and go balls deep in the back where we have a ball pit, Yes, a ball pit, just like Peter Piper and all those Chuck
Okay.
E. Cheese and all that. People can. It's more of a picture op place where you can go. It's all neon, all glow in the dark and stuff. But once in the background it says "Go Balls Deep," like
Yeah.
it's written about maybe 8, 9 times, really big. So it's more of a picture opportunity. It's not like you can go play in there and stuff. A lot of people will go in there, take pictures, throwing the balls up or laying down or what have you. And that one has nothing but neons all over the place. I mean, we got neons, LED signs. We got all those. It's bright. That's the bar. They say, if you go in there, you know exactly what you're leaving with at the end of the night.
Yeah.
Because it's bright. It's really, really bright. So I mean, and after that one, we helped. We opened up one of my favorite bars, which is the Bearded Lady, which we helped out. My son, he's the one that runs it, and he's the one that this guy right here, he runs it. But other than that, that's a circus theme bar and stuff. It's a little different. But that's the sister bars.
What's that? 7, 8?
It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
And then
9 with Holy Roller, but we closed that one and it became 8. And then the one on Olana. Yes, that would be number 10. But like if you look at it, it's back to 9. Yeah. And next we're in the makings also in Sherry. Sherryland is getting a Suerte.
Sherryland's getting a Suerte. Okay. So let's shift gears. With all the bars, I mean, you've said it, 9, 10. How are you counteracting COVID and how are you dealing with the whole Corona?
Man,
it seems like Suerte is still doing well with the whole expanding, but
it's hard bars. Because at one point we had I'm gonna say, and I'm probably lowballing it, over 50 employees. I'm close to maybe 78 employees, I would say, maybe 60. I don't know. Regardless, we had so many employees, and it sucks because, we're only able to operate Suerte because of the kitchen. We have a kitchen, and not even to full extent like other places that are considered restaurants. Right now there's a mandate that came out with TABC and everything, and we're working it out to hopefully we can open up, even if we decide to do it, because it's so scary out there with all this COVID going on. That they're allowing us to turn in all our sales and turn in everything, since we're considered on premise, and mostly our sales are all to go. Curbside, deliver. We were doing delivery for a bit, but it's mostly pickup, curbside, and there's no on-premise sales. So that's when they consider you, when you're on-premise, if your sales are above 51% of alcohol than food, then you're considered a bar.
So you can't open.
We can't open that stuff right now. We've submitted all our paperwork to try to get it turned around so where we're a restaurant, because right now we're selling a lot more food than we are drinks. Like people are not sitting at the bar and drinking
they're
beers.
just going curbside,
like
right?
Beers, and we're very creative. But our team, is very creative. We have some really lovely ladies that get very creative. Lex, my niece, Annalisa, my sister-in-law, and one of my partners, which is my wife, Jessica. She's the brains, everything behind it. Suerte. My brother. He does all the paperwork, all the
behind the scenes work.
We all have a part in it.
Yeah.
I just finished building out the expansion side of Suerte with my crew that I have. I have a couple of guys that have been helping me build it out.
Shout out to David.
Black man, there you go. Even though you just didn't stand around, that's okay. No, I'm just kidding, David. You were sweating a storm this past Saturday. But check it out, guys. It is. We just did finish the expansion. We just got approved with everything with the city. So now, right now, we're just waiting for TBC to say, "Hey, yes, you can change from bar to restaurant." And we do have, we are concerned because I know we're gonna get slack for it, and we're gonna get. I mean, there's bars that are open till 2 in the morning. The curfew that's in play is not a mandated curfew. It's just a request, or not a request. Well, how do you say it? It's a recommended
Voluntary?
Yeah,
Okay.
voluntary. It's as long as the governor does not issue it, then you barely the mayor of the city can put one in place, but it doesn't. It's not enforced.
Okay.
Basically. So we're not gonna stay. If we do get that restaurant thing, we're not gonna stay open till 2 o'clock in the morning like some of these people are doing. I think the latest will stay open is maybe 11, 12 o'clock. I don't know on the weekends. During the week, we'll continue doing what we're doing, closing at 10, because we don't want to increase the numbers and do all that. We just rather have it with all the mandates and all the rules and everything that's going on.
Yeah.
Have it set where it's going to be that and the 6 feet distancing and the washing, everything that goes, that all the rules that they're telling us that city is saying we got to do to operate as a restaurant. Well, we're gonna follow. We've always followed all the guidelines and the rules and everything. I think we're one of the ones that hasn't, since all this happened. They're asked us, why didn't you open up curbside? I mean, dine-in also. There was a chance that we could have opened up dine-in, and we didn't. We were just trying to do the right thing and
Chose your
be
part
safe. Yes,
to keep the community safe.
yes.
All right. When are you looking at opening? Okay, let's backtrack a little bit. When are you looking at opening Sherry? Southern Sherry.
We're hoping that we can do it the same day that we have our first annual birthday bash for Suerte Anolana,
Okay.
which is 16 de septiembre. Hopefully by that time we will have our license. Well, hopefully we'll have it beforehand, and that's going to be our grand opening for Sherry.
Okay.
And that one is considered a restaurant. So it's already, it's on, I believe it's 301, or it's right across the new Mission Convention Center.
Okay, by like
It used
Subway.
to, it used to be,
Tapioca,
yeah, it
Rush,
used
all
to
that.
be, well, it's a little further down than Subway. Because after it's Subway and then it's Denny's.
Denny's? Okay.
Where the plazas that's right next to Denny's. There used to be a Cheap Puerco there, that location.
Okay.
Right across, if you're coming out from the Civic Center, the
Mission.
Convention Center, the Mission Convention Center, it's right. You'll go straight into us. Our sign should be going up pretty soon, so you'll see it. But it was already a restaurant and that served liquor and beer, so we don't have to wait the whole process.
It's a lot faster.
It's a lot faster process to get it.
Right.
I think we submitted our paperwork July 10th, and we're hoping that we can get it before September.
Alrighty, and let's backtrack a little bit more. Before the bars, how did you get into the bar business? You said Thirsty Monkey was your first bar. What? That's been 8 years, 9?
I lost track. I think it's 9. I think it's 9.
Okay, how'd you get into the bar business? Was it always bar business? What were you doing before?
No, actually,
big
no. It was
businesses?
something that fell into place. It wasn't something that we knew anything about. We got an opportunity, and the opportunity seemed right, and it seemed good, and we just didn't know what to do. My wife, she's been around the bar business when she was younger, through her family, through her uncle. Her dad was a bartender, bar manager. Her uncle was a bar owner for several bars, Tiny's, Sportsman's. These were bars in the 80s, early 90s,
Shout out Chinese.
Yep. Eric Hernandez, hey. Chief.
What's up, Chief?
But yeah, let me tell you, she's been around it. She didn't want it. Now, if anything, I can say that, we took a chance. We didn't know anything about it. We've learned everything hands on. I didn't know anything all I knew is how to open a beer and how to pour some tequila, because that's my thing to go to, tequila and beer. And I really didn't know how to mix drinks or anything. Now I can make you drinks like, I haven't been behind the bar, but I still, it's like riding a bike. You don't forget. But it was something that I bartended, I learned, and it was something that it was our livelihood now. It was something that we had to make happen and make worth and work it. And our landlords, shout out to Valde. He's our landlord. He's been awesome with us for Thirsty Monkey, at least. He's been one of the ones that, I've never had a landlord like him. He's cool. He's always had our back and everything.
Well, shit. That's what, 9 years you've known him?
Yeah. I've known him. I knew him from high school. Okay. He went to high school. He went to the rival high school that I went to. He went to Memorial. I went to Mackay.
Go Bulldogs.
Put a Bulldog. Right. So, and speaking of that, I hope everything goes through and everything goes, because we have our 30th reunion, and they wanted to do it at Suerte Uptown. The Bulldog family wanted to do it in Suerte Uptown. But,
and from my understanding, Suerte is now going to have a private party room?
Yes, sir. It's the expansion has a big private party room towards the back. So book your parties, guys.
If you guys want to get a little fun, but, stay safe in quarantine, you know what to do.
Yeah, so check it out, guys. Where was that? I was telling you about Balde. Okay. He was, Thirsty Monkey has been one of those things that we had it for, I want to say 2 years maybe before we opened up Suerte, because I think Suerte's going on 7, 8, 9. Yeah, sounds about right. So we had Balde with Thirsty Monkey. Well, before Suerte was there where it is on 17th Street, it was called the Vintage Room. There was the Vintage Room. The same owners from the Vintage Room owned Thirsty Monkey. Okay. We bought it from them.
Oh, so y'all didn't name Thirsty.
Thirsty Monkey was actually before it was down 17th. If you really look at it, I think Thirsty Monkey's been around for about maybe going 13 years. Mm-hmm. And y'all have had it. But we've had it 9 of those. Going on 9, 10, somewhere in there. I lose track. But Thirsty Monkey was actually on Olana, near where Suerte's at.
Damn,
right now. Yeah, so...
Is there ever bringing back Thirsty Monkey and Olana? Is that in the works?
It's possible. We don't know.
$2 Jaeger bombs.
Yeah, $2 Jaeger bombs. Hey, the number one seller of Jaeger, except for this COVID shit. But I know if we come back, we're going to kick it ass again.
Sponsorship Jaeger?
Yeah. So, yes, I don't know how many years we've been the number one seller of Jaeger in the United States. Shit. But it's been several years. But who's counting, right? But
not you,
not me, because we went to Suerte, and it was a Vintage Room I was telling you. So Balde, the owner, his sisters are the owners. They own Rex Cafe, which has been around. If you think 8 years is a lot, you think they've been there 70 years.
Oh, shit. God
downtown.
Damn.
It's a third generation ownership. Maybe I think it's third generation. So it was the dad and then the grandfather who owned it. So I want to say it says 70 years but I think it's already going more. Yeah, they haven't repainted that little thing, and I think it's probably more. But his parents have passed on, and they left them locations. Which comes down to I guess the uncle used to own what's Love Buzz now.
Yeah.
Which we own, Love Buzz. And we own the building. Mm-hmm. His uncle sold it to us because he didn't want anything to do with anything downtown anymore. Mm-hmm. Older gentleman. So the sisters, Balde was always, hey, my sisters will give you a good deal or whatever. And I guess he never had really a good tenant. So we were there for a good while, and then the sisters finally were able to get us to do it. And I guess Suerte came along from we were having a barbecue and just talking about how the name was going to come about or what we're going to name it. And I don't really recall. I know there's one of our ex guys that used to work for us. He says that he came up with the whole thing, but which was Javi, which I don't remember ever him saying anything. But I know I do recall my brother-in-law Louis being the one that hey, what about this or that? And I went ahead and this is 5 years old, I think 6 years old. I still need to finish it. It's a tattoo, but it's something that I'm really proud of because now this is the brand that we're expanding with. This is a brand that's gonna make us. We want to set up our brand because we know that it's strong and we can do it. But we rented it from Bali Sisters, and now we're still there. We got the one in Nolana.
And
got the one in Sherry.
Landlord in Nolana?
Mr. Shane. Yeah, that he's he's a cool guy, man. He's an older gentleman. He's what do you call him? He's in the
cool
business.
Said he's a cool cat.
He's a cool cat. Yeah, he's in
construction.
Not construction.
Landscaping.
No, he does. I went blank. Engineer. Yes, he's an engineer. I'm sorry, I went blank. And he owns lots of properties and stuff. And he's really really cool. He actually owns the Sherry location too that we're getting. If anything, that gentleman has embraced us and loves what we're doing and what we're behind. Cheers, sir.
Cheers. Shout out Mr. Shaneen.
If anything, we're gonna try to see, do the right thing, do everything that we can once the expansion happens. On Sherry, also, I just see our brand Suerte growing so much, that we're looking at hopefully Edinburgh, Harlingen,
I think a lot of people want to know, is San Antonio ever gonna happen? Maybe.
It's in the talks. But if anything, if I know my team, we like to do things right and have them to the point where it's like clockwork. It's just an well-oiled machine. So if by us opening locations here around the valley, we learn what to do right. That way, when we do go to a big metropolitan like San Antonio, we're not going with our eyes closed and blind. We already know what to expect. And yes, if that's the question, yes, we are really looking into going into San Antonio area, just because if Delia can do it, we can do it.
Shout out Delia's, best tamales in the United States.
Except my grandma's. My grandma's tamales are the bomb. You can't compare Delia's to my grandma's. My grandma's 80-something years old and she's still kicking ass. But your grandma.
Shout out, Wella.
Wella.
Okay. Is this we've been talking about Suerte, branding it, moving? Is you mentioned Thirsty Monkey. Was this where your business venture started, or?
No, I mean, it's just.
You kind of said you took a gamble in the bars.
We took a gamble in the bars. Before that, if you're asking me, is that where it started for?
Yeah, because
the bar bar. Yes.
It
was actually no. It was our first license to serve beer. Was at a roller skating ring that we owned that was in San Juan, and I was partners with my wife and my brother Eric. It was called the Rink. And if you look at my brother's right arm or left arm, he has it tattooed really big. But see, I told him I got the good tattoo.
Shout out the Rink.
So that Rink was, home to all our kids, man. And I missed the rink because I grew up in a roller skating rink. Through when I was 16 to like I was 23, 24, I worked at a roller skating rink.
What'd you do?
I was a DJ.
Oh, let me hear some of that.
Yeah.
Let me hear your DJ intro.
All right, everybody, it's time for a couple skate. That's right. It doesn't matter if it's a boy, girl, boy, girl. It doesn't matter. Come on out. Holding hands. You must be holding hands. Couple skate at this time.
Shout out to Rick. Fantasyland.
Yeah, Fantasyland was the place to be, and that's their slogan. Is that their slogan? The place to be, Fantasyland. That's right. But we started off with that, and if you really look into like our business, if you're talking about bar, that was our first venture where it was. But we've had other little, I guess, ventures in business that we've come along with, and it wasn't something that we really stuck with. There's one that we've been doing for going on 18 years. This past 4th of July was the first time that we didn't do it due to COVID, because my kids were the ones that actually run it, and I wasn't going to put them at risk or put any of my true fans that would come out and buy. I know we would have killed it. I know we would have been able to sell a lot and do a lot, but my kid's life is more important than, making some money and as a matter of fact, that was the first 4th of July in 18 years that we actually popped fireworks and we had a little barbecue. And it was a family thing, and I loved it. But, it was selling fireworks. JJ's Fireworks. It was named after both my kids, Jasmine and Julian. Julian and Jasmine, because Julian's bigger. But that's been our longest venture in business, 18 years. Hopefully this New Year's Christmas we'll have it back up and going. Yeah. I know that they call me that the stands were tilted over because of the hurricane, so we need to go look at that and see. Maybe we might have to replace them and stuff. Yeah. But that's been our longest venture. And if you look at it before that, when me and your mom's or my wife, I'm sorry, first started, it was we would sell on eBay, man. eBay was a thing, and that was back in late 90s, early 2000s. Julian was a baby.
Nah.
Yeah, I mean, we would sell on eBay, and we would go to the Roposadas and get all these T-shirts and all these stuff that we would sell, and it was amazing because all these stuff would go up to like big cities like New York and what is Green Bay. And
for people who don't know what Reposada is, you wanna?
That's a big warehouse with mountains and mountains of clothes that they sell by the pound, like 10 to 20 cents a pound. So, and you find some cool ass stuff.
What was the profit margin? What were you looking at?
Oh, in the hundreds. It was well worth. I mean, we would buy something for 20, 30 cents and sell it. We bought one dress that was like, I want to say it was like maybe 15, 20 cents. And we sold it like for $500. $500, somewhere there. But it was a lot. I mean, we made a lot of money with eBay. But other than that, it was that.
All right. Going back into the bar, any big problems you faced? I know COVID's an obvious one, but opening up, getting ready. I know you said like you had never owned a bar. You weren't in the bar business.
It was just trying to figure out the right things to do when we first started. When we first started, the first bar was okay. It was pretty much already started. It was already going. We just took over, changed the name, changed everything, waited out the process with TABC, and we took over. We got the ownership, and we ran with it. And Thirsty Monkey's been the home of $2 Jaeger bombs now, going on like 9 years, and it was one of those things that. The troubles that we went through was, and we don't really have problems with none of our bars with fights and stuff like that. We're the calm block, from Chicago to Dallas. It's pretty calm. It's an easy ride. It's nothing hard. But a lot of the problems would be probably just trying to comply with the city and getting all all your permits in place and stuff. But shout out to Mission, man. Those permits are easy to get over here. I did not have any trouble. I don't know if it's because they want us here in Mission or because, when a city wants you, because they know, and I'm going to tell you from experience because we were trying to get into Edinburgh last year sometime, and I went to the city, and the city was very welcoming when they found out it was Suerte coming in, and they really, I think they made it easier. They'll make it easier when they actually want you there. When you're known, and that's the thing. Yeah. If not, the city will give you hell. But I think that's any city. But if this community and the city want you, it goes pretty easy. Mm-hmm. But I think that's the hardest thing that we've come across, and I don't think none of the landlords we've had they've all been good. So that would be probably the most difficult is trying to get all your permits in place and stuff. Yeah, with the city, especially McAllen.
What's one thing you wish you would have known when you first opened up? Got into the bar life and bar business.
I wish I would have known the whole. What I wish I would have known is basically know that not to be afraid to venture out. We had this whole thing where we were comfortable. This was our safe haven. We were okay with being with the bar. We were okay. We didn't want to leave the downtown area because we thought that there was nothing else outside of downtown.
Yeah.
Whoa, were we surprised? Were we surprised with Nolana and how well we were accepted and how well it did.
So do you believe that downtown doesn't make you make downtown? Downtown district.
That doesn't make us?
Like you and your sister bars, Like, do you think you could venture out anywhere?
Oh, no, definitely. I know that it's not all about downtown. Downtown gets a bad rap. Downtown's not a bad place. People make it out to be a bad place. And
I see the headlines where it'll be like North McAllen, Edinburgh, and they'll put a picture of a bar downtown, and it's just like, what, bro? This is nowhere. Okay.
Just that one incident that happened not too long ago. That when they shot the cop, they killed that officer. Was one officer that they killed, right? In McAllen.
I know there was like
by Ware Road or something.
Yeah, I know there's like
and then there was a shooting a couple of days, a day later or something, or 2 days later, and in the picture they showed
downtown
McAllen. And this happened by Mac High.
Yeah.
So it's always the media trying to give
the
you...
The police station is right by Mac High too, so it's like...
So it was weird because I was like, somebody posted, hey, there's a shooting downtown and this and that, and I was like, hold on, this isn't downtown. This is happening 10 blocks from downtown, 15 blocks from downtown. But it gets such a bad rap that, I don't know. It's been good to us, but are we afraid to venture out? No, sir. No. That's where it becomes, where you asked earlier if San Antonio was an option.
Yeah. And
it sure is. Mm-hmm. San Antonio... in San Antonio, I think we would do really good in that market. The way our brand is, being that in San Antonio there is a lot of Hispanic
culture.
Yes, the culture, the cultura there, in San Antonio is big.
Okay. What are the best resources that have helped you on your business journey? Not just with the bars, but just all in all, like
social media and the brains behind our social media. That's what's helped us big time. Which the brains behind our social media is my partner, Jessica.
Shout out Jessica.
So social media is the way of the new world now. If you're not in it or around it, then your business is not there with it, and you have to actually not just be in it, you have to be active, very active in it. And by active, I don't mean one post a week. I mean, if you're posting, and people are sharing, and then you're doing something right. If you put a post and people share it,
Yeah.
then you're doing something right.
It's just that snowball effect.
Yeah,
where
yes,
it just,
yes.
takes off,
because
takes
one
off, keeps on
has 10, 10 has 20, 20, it's
Yeah.
just that.
Okay. Let's think bigger picture. What's one of your biggest failures, and what'd you learn from it?
My biggest failure.
It can be in the bars, just growing up, just really anything.
I guess is trying. One of my biggest failures is not trying hard enough to be there for my family, to try to be there and be a positive role model for them, and try to do what I can to teach them the right way. I've done wrong. I've done bad things. But when it comes down to it, I need to. I've learned as I've gotten older that without family, you got nothing. And my family is everything to me. My team is everything to me. I love my team. I love everyone in my team, from the newest member to my OGs. The ones that've been there for me.
Shout out Shine.
That have been there since day one. Yes, Shine's been one of them. To my wife, to my brother, to my sister-in-law, to my brother-in-law, to both my brother-in-laws, to my kids, to my daughter, who's probably been the only one that's been fired about 100 times and rehired. So I mean, shout out to everybody that's been with Suerte, has been part of Suerte. Be known that you are part of it. Eli, hey, love you, cuz. Everybody everybody who's worn the Suerte shirt, or the Thirsty Monkey shirt, or the Love Buzz shirt, or the the Tres shirt, any of those shirts, that fall in that umbrella. Love you guys. It's one of those things that that's one of my biggest things that I wish I coulda, woulda, shoulda, but you know what? I've learned growing up, and you know what? I'm just getting older, and I hope I'm getting better at what I'm doing and being there for my family. That's what I wish, that when I leave this world, that I left something for my kids, my wife, whoever will, it's been a part of my life, that they don't say, hey, well, that guy was an asshole. Because I don't want to be known as that asshole.
Who are 3 people who have been the most influential to you?
And I go back to my wife. Number 1, I've learned a lot from her. I've learned that, if you don't put into it, you won't get nothing out of it. You gotta work. To succeed, you have to actually put in your work, put in your time, and not just, you gotta, and I can honestly say I didn't do it back in the day. Wake up early, now I've learned that if I want to get shit done, shit ain't gonna get done by itself. So you gotta get up. You gotta get up, and you gotta do. And I think that's number 1 person right there. Another person that's been influential to me, that and it doesn't have to be in the bar industry or anything like that.
No, it can be whoever you want. It can be someone famous. It can be someone, that isn't here anymore. It can be anyone.
It's gonna, somebody that really I wish he was still here would be my father-in-law, because even though he wasn't physically able to go out there and work and stuff, he got shit done. At his house, in his front porch, he got shit done, man. He got shit done for me. He got shit done for you. He got shit done for my brother. He got shit done for his family, and that's the thing that my father-in-law, and rest in peace. He was one of the other ones that was very influential to me because of his drive and everything that he always did for everybody. That would be another person that was really influential. The third one, man, I don't really, I don't look at up to anybody like I don't have anybody really up here, like way up there. Um, but even though I would say that I am influenced by would be, man, yeah, that's a hard question right there.
Yeah, influenced, motivated. Someone that just drives you, makes you want to get shit done.
I don't know, man. I really, I know those two would, are influenced. Hey, those Benjamin Franklins make me make money, man. They get me influenced because I don't know. I really get influenced by my family, all my kids, all my nieces, my nephews, going to school and doing all that, doing shit that I went to school, I went to college, I went to, I didn't. I was a senior and I'm very close to finishing and stuff, but I see you all in school and I see everybody graduating, I see everybody advancing, I see everybody following like their dreams and stuff, and I get influenced by that because you know what, I know that y'all are gonna be doing all my nieces, my kids, they're doing what they want to do and they're getting to where they want to be, but we have these goals on ourselves that if you don't make it where you're going, you have something to fall back with us,
Yeah.
And we may have not come from a school upbringing. I mean, hey, we both, me, your mom, your uncle, my partners, we all came from the hood. We're from the neighborhood. We're from the barrio, dude. That shit don't go. It doesn't rub off, bro. You can't erase it. That shit, your hood. We may not be hoodish because we've grown up, but you know what? You cross me once, I'm still hood, bro. I'm still gonna knock your ass out, But it's one of those things that it's made me know that don't forget where you came from.
Yeah, I mean, Eric, none of y'all have college degrees, right?
No.
You're close.
I'm the one that has the most.
Yeah.
College. Like I said, I was 2 classes away from graduating, and I stopped.
All right, when you go back, yeah,
2 class. Well, I mean, now it's probably like 2 semesters or 3 because everything's changed. But I was, and I'm very proud of, all of you. You, Destiny. She just graduated. Cassidy, Alexis, even Dilly, because she's got her degree in cosmetology or whatever she got. Even her. I'm proud of Jasmine and all of her accomplishments in high school that she's done. She's her senior this year. She wants to go to school. She wants to go, become a teacher, an ag teacher. I'm so proud of all that. I mean, I just. I don't know, man. We just never grew out of here. We live close to. Yes, I live in Sherryland, but I live in the hood in Sherryland. I don't live in the big fucking houses and shit. My house might be big, but it's because shit. My house is old.
Yeah.
It's but it's one of those things that it's not something that I don't know, man. I love where I'm from and I love the valley and. Puro pinche 956, cuz.
I love that. Good cut. All right. If you could give any advice to your younger self, what would it be?
Don't be scared.
Of?
of life. Don't be scared to try things, to do things. Don't be scared to ask questions. Don't be scared to see if I guess the biggest thing is your shots not taken are the shots missed. So you got to take a shot because you'll never know if it's gonna hit. You know, you gotta swing that bat if you're not you want to hit that home run. You know, you got to take that shot in basketball as many times as you can because you never know which ones are gonna go in. So don't be afraid to venture and to try new things and to try. You know, you never know. The biggest millionaires in this world didn't know if they were going to become millionaires, you know, until they worked it out and did it and tried their hardest, you know.
Took their shots.
You can't be scared. That's the biggest thing. You can't be scared, and never ever forget where you came from, who your upbringings were, who taught you what you are and what you do. Don't forget those because those are your people who influenced you and who put some fire under your ass, you know, to make it what you are. You know, shout out to my dad. You know, he's a retired teacher. He taught for many years. You know, but you know he's one of those guys that machismo, and I'll tell you. He gets mad very easy now because he's getting older, and now people saying that I do the same thing. I don't know, shit. But you see, the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. Mm-hmm. So, you know, as you get older, but just remember, you know, be kind to everybody, and respect people the way you want to be respected. Take care of people the way you want to be taken care of, and you'll be okay in this world. That's my biggest thing.
All right. If you could, let's go back a little bit into the bar. You know, that's what you're doing now. If you could debunk, anything, on people's opinions of, you owning a bar, working in the bar industry. Not so much owning, but just working in the bar industry. Debunk anything for people who, have a, negative view, for example, on downtown, or just negative view on a bartender.
People say that bartenders are, let's start with the bars downtown. They're all bad places to go. If it's all bad places to go, I have judges, I have judge friends, I have commissioners friends, I have friends who are in politics, who are big, that go downtown, and they say and they tell me themselves. I don't know. There's a lot of people, a lot of my friends that would say, "Hey, man, the reason I don't go downtown is because it's bad. It's a bad place. But I'll go to your place because your place is okay." Mm-hmm. A lot of people say you don't go downtown if you don't go to Suerte or mm-hmm. Thirsty Monkey. Because we take care of our people. To me, customer service is the one most thing that, if you're going to work for us, your customer services has to be 100%, man. And it doesn't, what I mean by 100%, you just got to be trying. You can't say, because we have some people that are not 100% in customer service, but they're trying. They're trying. They're really, really trying. If anything, you teach them, you show them what it is. But the biggest thing would be, hey, not every place is bad, man. Yeah. Yeah, it's like, there's shootings downtown. They shoot people downtown. Shit, they shoot people in theaters. They shoot people in churches. They shoot people everywhere. Walmart. They shoot people everywhere. Mm-hmm. Not just downtown. Yeah. It happens one time in downtown. It happens all the time. Bullshit.
I mean, if that was the case, it'd be afraid to go to school, right?
Yeah, schools are shootings, man. So okay. That's one of those things. Don't knock it till you try it.
Yeah,
be your own judge. Don't go by everybody else. Just because somebody had a bad experience doesn't mean you're gonna have a bad experience. Yeah. Okay. So give things a try. Give things a try. That's my biggest thing. Don't be a sellout and say, this person said, and no. Yeah. Do for you. Mm-hmm. And if it's for you, then it's for you. But you don't know if you're gonna like it till you try it. I tell that to my partner Jessica all the time. You don't know if you're gonna like that food. Try it. But whatever.
All right, that's pretty much it. If you you have an email or anything, where viewers, listeners can, find you, find Suerte.
SuerteBarandGrill.com. You can even order online there. You can get your Bad Bunny cards there, the Loteria ones, all that stuff, all that good stuff. Suerte Bar Grill. Ben Pena, I think it's Ben Pena Suerte. Facebook, my Facebook. Or the logo, if you go Ben Pena, the logo of the borracho there, Tulio, shout out to Tulio. I've had you on my page forever, Tulio. I love you, man. He was one of the first bartenders that started with us. He even opened up his own place and stuff. Shout out to Tulio. He's boxing, I think, again, or at least training or something. Because he sent me a little request for a boxing place. Suerte Bar Grill. That's basically any of our locations. Welcome you all to come out and curbside. Look out for that delivery. I mean, not the delivery, the dine-in that's coming up. Hopefully pretty soon. We just want to be on the same page with all our employees. Some of them don't feel safe still doing dine-in, and some of them do. Some of them know that they need to make money because, it's been a fucked up year. So, fuck COVID. Hey, Viva Suerte, hashtag Suerte Strong. We'll see you guys. Thank you. Anything else?
At least we're gonna start making a tradition. If you could give us a one-liner of your favorite song to end this podcast, that'd be great.
Can I get my phone?
Yeah, go for it.
This is one of my favorite songs right here. And
question to kill the time while you look for that. If you could.
No question. Right here, buddy. You ready? You ready? Here we go. It's my. Ay, que laureles tan verdes. Uy, están encendidas. That's a good song right there. Linda Ronstadt. Laureles.
Alrighty, guys, it's going to conclude our podcast with Happy Hours with Julz. Stay tuned. Stay tuned on my Instagram, Facebook, Twitter page to see when my next podcast is going to come out. Thank you, guys. Until next time.
How did that go?